The following live stream may include adult language and themes. How could we know for sure? It hasn't happened yet. Anyway, viewer discretion is advised.
Hi, everybody.
Hi,
Happy
how's it
St. Patrick's
going?
Happy St.
Day.
Patrick's
Aaron
Day.
go brah.
Aaron, go fucking brah. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome, adventurers. It's been a minute. How's everyone feeling?
Better
Not
than
bad.
the snakes.
What's really funny is I love when I ask you a question and you all take a minute to answer, but you won't stop talking over me before we get on the call. Ugh. All right.
Well, because
You knew we
it's
were
the
on a
question
ticking
that you're
clock.
asking, right? Nobody's like,
Yeah. It's
fucking
amazing.
great, Michael.
It's just an amazing, weird human thing.
If you want to ask,
Uh,
what are your thoughts on Firefly? Then we would talk.
it doesn't need to be brought back.
Oh.
What happened last time, players? I'm
Sorry,
sure
that's
all of you have. I'm just gonna keep going.
we'll
Uh,
unpack that later.
sure, we will. Uh,
Controversial hot takes with Michael. Moving on.
So last time our party was hanging out in Vladislavia. Half the party was with the refugees, and half the party was at the temple. Uh, and there was some meditating, some quiet contemplation, some getting in touch with the weird vibes that were present in this temple. And Demetra kind of went on a little astral walkabout. In
You
doing
didn't
so,
know that's what she was doing, by
she
the
did
way.
not, and that's okay. Trial and error. Uh, in doing so, met a nefarious presence that had some spooky things to say. There was an earthquake. That was something that I don't think got buzzed about earlier when we were riffing.
Yes.
Uh, what else? What else happened?
Oh, I don't know if I knew that it was an earthquake specifically. I just wrote down fiery disturbance, which doesn't
Tremors.
automatically say earthquake to me. Was there not
Well,
fire?
no, I described an earthquake as Vigo and Zenalia arrived at the temple. There was an earthquake.
Oh,
Um,
Yeah.
what you are referring to
I do remember
is
that.
in the astral vision that Odessa was having. She was able to commune with this paralysis entity that is cohabitating her body, and he was reflecting on part of a mural that was sort of the image in specific image that he was looking at was when this fire spirit was conjured to this plane to help fight with this war that ultimately ended up leading to the shattering of the pieces and the shard bearing and all that good stuff that we talked about last time. So we learned about that. Zenalia did some moonbeam beaconing. Demetra was able to get back to her body, not without some difficulty. And she did notice upon getting back to her body, or I guess her party noticed, that she's unusually cold, physically colder than normal. But other than that, we headed away from Vladislavia relatively unscathed. Yes,
so
Margaret.
question: does she feel cold herself, or is she just cold to the touch?
I'll
Oh,
let
good
Katie
question.
decide that.
Okay,
I
then it
think
doesn't
so.
matter.
So I think it's probably hard to tell in this specific place because the Shadowfell in
Shadowfell
general is
feels
colder.
cold, yeah, especially
There's
to the
no
Fae.
sun. And so I feel like the presence of the lanterns that you all have probably there's probably a lot of strange physical sensations. So I don't know that she would be able to register it immediately. But the three of you, if you were to touch her, would
Yeah.
absolutely register it. It's that, you're cold as ice. Let me put a blanket on you. Um, but yeah, other than that, we walked away from Vladislavia fairly unscathed. We headed towards the shade swamps. Um, Demetra with
Mhm.
the arcanograph, well, at least their type of arcanograph in hand.
Mhm.
And as we headed away from Vladislavia, the landscape became more disparate and darker, and you are now, aside from the glow that comes from the lanterns that I'm guessing Odessa, Vigo, and Demetra are each wearing one.
Seems
Doesn't
reasonable.
their iconograph also kind of glow, like with the path or whatever?
Yes, but only for you.
How interesting.
Yeah. So, as you, well, we'll start there since I imagine you tuned in on the arcanograph, Demetra?
Yeah,
Katie?
I'd say so. I'd be like,
So,
watch my back. I'm gonna use this thing and get us where we're going finally.
so, as you are holding this piece of stone, very perfectly flat, like sliver slice of stone. It has, you know what labradorite is. It has a
Mhm.
sort of that shimmer that labradorite has. And as you're kind of holding it up and like sort of you notice that it does have a translucence, and you can kind of see this glow on the other side of it. Uh,
Is it kind of like those books that you had as a kid where it had like the clear plastic overlay
My
yeah,
on
kind of.
favorite.
top, and then you would
Yeah,
like
kind
lift
of.
it so you could see like the
Yeah.
bones of the dinosaur on top of the
Yeah.
regular dinosaur, and then you lift it
Or
up?
or or that this is where hidden messages. I remember like Wendy's
Mm,
had like these spy toys in their Happy Meal one time,
yeah.
and it was
Okay.
like hidden messages, and it was squiggles, and then you put it together, and they've made words. Anyway, I
Mm.
that
Okay,
was a
cool.
weird little place that my brain
But
went,
like
but
that.
like that. The three of you don't see anything. It just looks like a black piece of slate that she's holding. It's probably got a
Mhm.
shimmer to it, but excuse me.
What happens if I hold it and like look at them through the arcana cartograph?
That's a
Ooh.
great thought. So spinning it around and looking at the four of them, um, Zenalia has a very distinct figure. Like you can see her fairly clearly through it, and her almost has like this sort of black outline around her, like she's almost like she's backlit, but there's no light.
Yeah.
Vigo is lit up, like he almost glows, basically,
Like a firefly.
like a firefly. Uh,
Vigo, you look like a firefly.
Sorry, what?
Odessa.
Odessa, her form is kind of somewhere caught in the middle, but around her you can see a very distinct like halo of like uh embers and smoke that seems to kind of like it's there but it's not there. Like if you were ever watching like on old analog televisions, how sometimes
Mhm.
if you got caught between channels, you could see some of both of them.
Mhm.
Like I
Yeah.
remember one time we were watching the news and Al Bundy kind of like was in the background of the news. It was anyway. So kind of like that.
Mhm.
Um
She's gonna do the thing where she like holds it and then lifts and looks again, and then holds it and then lifts, huh, and then turn around and keep walking.
I've never
uh
understood how those worked.
Katie, give me a perception check.
Showa. Oh, let me get my dice out. That's probably a helpful thing to have when you're
Yeah,
playing the Math
probably.
Rocks game. Mm-hmm. 6.
Yeah, okay. You're sweet oblivion. Uh,
Having too much fun to notice.
so yeah, well, as you're holding this stone, I imagine your thumbs are pressed against the edges of it. Uh, you start to feel like kind of a pressure where your thumbs are, and after a moment of that, you feel a very sharp pinch.
she's gonna um she's gonna have enough
Dex,
sense, I think,
dex,
to not
you want
can
to
I
do a
do
dex? You can do a
yeah, let me do a
dex.
dex.
Do a dex. That's fine.
Maybe a dex and a wisdom.
Sure. Yeah.
uh and don't I have advantage on wisdom saves?
You have advantage on wisdom. Yeah. We'll do a combined roll.
Ooh, okay.
Down.
Okay, so dex was a 27
Okay. You don't drop it.
and wisdom is in a straight 11. But thankfully I didn't drop it, so I'll do
Okay.
kind of I hold one hand and I go, oh.
Well, you find that you can't actually let go of it.
Oh.
Oh.
And where your fingers are, like your thumbs have actually pressed into it a little bit. And
Odessa?
now, well, now Zenalia, Odessa, and Vigo notice that Demetra's eyes have lit up. You can also kind of see some of the glow coming off the stone now. And Katie, Demetra is in a trance. Now,
Would
Demetra does not know she's in a trance, though.
would Zenny have seen this before?
Give me a history check.
Okay.
Let's see, because I'd like to think that perhaps Zenalia was traveling with, like, learned
Yeah,
Is this
people.
like a normal thing for
practice.
navigators to do? Is this just
Yeah.
what happens when you use this?
Yeah, I got a 15.
So you recall in the past when you have been on excursions that required an archon that their eyes do tend to glow, but they
Mhm.
also can tend to still be responsive.
Mm.
So you don't necessarily, I would say that you probably aren't overtly alarmed at it, but it's definitely odd.
Okay.
Do I stop moving?
To everybody else, yes,
Okay.
but not to yourself. Like, does that make sense?
So
Mhm.
I continue
You
walking
can
and
just
then
keep going. Yeah, yeah.
I notice this happening and I'm like, Odessa? And then I turn around and I see,
You see them crowded around you.
oh, oh no, not this again.
Uh, you notice now though that the arcanograph in your hands is like crystal, like glass, crystal clear, and turning it back the way, like I'm assuming that you're kind of
So I have one
there's a lot
too.
going on.
So my
Yes,
body has the arcanograph, but I also still have
yes,
the arcana. Okay. And
yeah,
now it's clear.
yeah, like crystal clear. And I'm assuming that you're in the tumult. You're probably looking around, and there's a bit of animation in your movement. But if you were to turn back the direction that you were headed, you see like almost like there is a sunlit path on the ground. What are the rest of you doing?
Thank you.
So a small like version of this I've seen happen before. Usually they still retain control of like their bodies and can like talk to people. Um But I also like this could be an arcanograph that is a lot like stronger and more sophisticated than what I'm used to seeing. So I'm or it could be because Demetra's not at all from the Shadowfell and maybe it's having a stronger effect on her. Um yeah.
So what
Uh,
do we do?
what do you mean you don't? You're not sure?
I'm not
I'm going
sure.
to need a little bit more certainty from you as to what's happening here because this is unacceptable.
So usually the way like an arcanograph works is it like connects back to your mind, and so you can like the person operating it goes into almost like a trance-like state to navigate, but they're always like still lucid even if they're in the trance. Like their eyes may glaze over so that they can see what's on the stone, but they're still able to like articulate like go this way.
Odessa's gonna lean down to Demetra's ear and yell, Demetra, come to my voice!
Well,
Follow
you
my
Cut it out. Come
voice
to my
back
voice.
to your body and tell us where to go.
Can I hear any of this?
No, I mean, give me another perception check, but this one's going to be a disadvantage.
I'm yelling
Okay, but I
really
can
loud.
and I
That's
can
fine.
see that she's yelling at me,
Yeah,
right?
That helps.
Okay.
yeah. So, the check is really to determine like how well you can understand it. And you know what, Meg, give me a performance check. It's not
Thank
well at all.
you.
Maybe if her
Uh,
performance check
it-
is really good.
Maybe if her performance check is so. Right now, I'm imagining it sounds like the adults from
Charlie Brown.
Peanuts, like from Charlie Brown. Yeah, you
Oh,
just hear
wow.
very loud, weird, muffled noises. Um, Go ahead, what'd you
Performance
get,
is
Meg?
not my strong suit. I got a 12.
Okay, so you yelled pretty loud still, but so you can't really discern exactly what she's saying. You can tell that she's talking to you, obviously.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna glance at that really clear path. I'm gonna glance back at my friends. I'm gonna glance at the really clear sunlit path. Okay. And then I'm gonna kind of glance around and like I really wish it was Odessa who could see this because she would be able to memorize everything around here. So I'm just gonna try and take mental portraits, paintings of what this is. Okay. And she's gonna like start backing up towards you guys and trying to like doing like this with her hands and like pointing at like landmarks, trying to like ingrain it into her brain until she like catches back up with the group and she sees Odessa yelling. She's like, here.
And I'm assuming I see Odessa yelling and getting no response.
What are you
Can
gonna
I
do?
can I try casting message?
Sure.
And just say to I point at Demetra and be like, can you hear this at least?
Wanted to make sure that enough time went by. After a few moments, Demetra, you kind of hear this. It sounds like it's far away and then it gets really close and it's far away and it gets really close and it's far away and it gets really close. So it sounds sort of like weird, but you can understand what he's saying. I don't know
Okay,
how
I don't
you're
think
going to
I have.
respond,
I was gonna say
but
I don't think I
Well,
have.
message allows
Is
the other party to respond back. So
oh
great.
yeah, so that's what the spell does.
Cool
Yeah,
spell.
okay.
And I'll say yes, I can, but I don't know how helpful that is.
message. I don't think message has like a limit.
Oh, is it not like sending?
No,
Sweet.
it's a cantrip. I can.
Ooh, okay. Da, 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 da. I don't know how helpful. Yeah, I don't know how helpful that is, but I do see a really clear sunlit path right now, and I'm going to describe as best I can exactly where that path is.
Well, could you just walk down the path?
Are we able to go back and forth?
Yeah, I can cast message at will.
Oh,
So
sweet. I
I'll
don't.
just carry you again.
I was like, can I try to like walk into my body and like put my hands like into my hands and my face into my face?
Yeah, give me another wisdom save.
Hey, 19.
Yeah, it feels really strange for a split second, probably. I mean, I'm trying to like wrap my head around what that sensation might be like, but I don't think I can articulate it. But yeah, after a few moments in that position, you kind of snap back out of it, and the arcanograph goes dark.
Can I do a deck save again?
Yes, you're trying not to drop it. You
Okay,
want to
fail.
fail, don't you? No fucking way.
I didn't want to fail. I
Did
just
you
wanted to do this.
crit failed?
I didn't want to fail. I just wanted to be like, because my thought was like when I could come in and you said snap back, it would make sense that I would like
Yes,
stagger
you're
backward, and
right.
I
You're
thinking that like
right.
I'm trying not to catch myself from falling, um, not necessarily to like not fling the arcanograph, but just to not fall over.
Can I
I don't know,
make a
man.
dexterity saving throw to lunge for the arcanograph?
You know what? Yes.
Amazing.
Only on the principle that if you fail here, there's going to be glorious consequences.
That's
So
fine.
Demetra snaps back and she literally does the like banana.
Not 20.
All right. So yeah, so when you
I did the
snap back
banana stagger.
and Zenalia is able,
The
pointy
arcanograph
armor
goes
and all,
flying.
to catch and prevent utter disaster.
Does
'Cause
anyone catch me?
Probably me. I'm
Okay.
standing right
You know
there.
what? You give me a deck save too. And you know what? Just because I like when people roll dice, James, give me a perception check.
Perception. Okay.
What for?
We'll find
Oh,
out,
that's
I guess.
not very good. I only got a
Or we
10.
won't. Oh yeah, no. You miss.
You put your
do.
arms out like this,
There's
and I just
a lot
slide
going on.
right through them.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Playing volleyball.
There's a lot going on.
I got a 19.
You can definitely hear whispers in the periphery of this, the edges of the light. And it sounds like multiple voices
The edges of the light
communicating.
from our lanterns.
Can I it's not like intelligible, it's just
You don't recognize the language.
even better.
Can I recognize the language?
I mean, now that you're recovered from trying to
diving.
from diving to catch the arcanograph, yeah, you see that Vigo is clearly alert. You give me a perception check.
Okay. Like, can I see in this darkness?
So, fun fact: the miasma is kind of weird. Some places yes, and some places no, because
That's fair. I got a 16.
so you can't quite make out like the bulk of the conversation, but you can
Mhm.
tell. You hear one of them say, "Those two are Fae," and you hear one go, "What's that one?" "I don't know. She's big, but those two are Fae.
Um,
Let's tell the others."
Great. I'll like turn everyone around they're talking about us. They pointed to the three of you and said that you two are Fae. They don't know what Odessa is, but she is quote big. And then they said they're going to tell the others.
Wrong necessarily, but
Super casual.
what is what hell should I say something? Should I just announce ourselves?
I think announce that we're past the point of announcing ourselves.
Well, I mean, should I let them know that I know they're there?
No?
I mean, can't they hear us talking? So they probably already know that we know that they're there and they're still not coming out to talk. I mean, I guess we
Well,
could try and invite them.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Hi,
true.
dude, people out there, why don't you come closer and actually talk to us? Because we can hear you. And I'm like rubbing my tailbone while I'm saying that. I fell.
You did. You did. You did.
They don't need to talk to us if they don't want to. Let's focus on getting where we need to go.
Okay, they do because they're being creepy and they're going to report us to other people. So I would prefer that they didn't do that and would actually like come and get to know us before they go telling tales.
seems reasonable, yes.
Depends on who
Um,
they're reporting to, I suppose.
Well,
Yeah.
would we like to know? Yes, we would like to know. So let's find out.
after a few moments, Demetra, since you were the one who made that proclamation, uh, probably about 15 or 20 feet beyond where the edge of y'all's light is, you see another light. Not as bright, and it's an entirely different shade. It probably has a dimmer, like blue kind of tint to it. It doesn't look like it's fire. It looks more magical. Um, and after a moment, the light kind of comes out from behind a tree, and it's a lantern. Uh, it's very small,
Does the light
tiny.
I can't speak tonight. Does the light seem the same as ours, like it's giving off radiant light, or different? Is it a different
It's different.
color, different warmth?
It's a different color entirely. More like y'all's are probably like blue that has that amber kind of glow to it, and theirs is like icy.
Like
Actually, you know
ghostlight.
what? Zenalia, give me a history check
Okay.
because you see this now too.
I got a 12. I'm bad at history, but I feel like I should have
Can I
advantage
do a
on
history check? Can I do a
about my
history check?
own
No.
place.
You know what? I will let you do it with advantage. Do it again because that's true. This is a thing that's in the Shadowfell, so like that makes sense.
That's better.
I
That's a 15.
15 is better. Yeah, you know stories of the miasma and of these in between spaces, that there are all kinds of critters,
Mhm.
and that there are almost like hierarchies of entities that dwell here.
Mhm.
And one such that Zenalia would have some familiarity with would be the Lamplighters.
Mhm.
You don't know much about them though. 15
Okay.
still not great, other than like they have some kind of religious bent. You maybe
Mhm.
learned about them a little bit in your time with the paladins at the paladins temple. Um,
Mhm. Okay.
but the context would be that you have seen these before and probably were told, oh, it's the Lamplighters.
Those are the Lamplighters. Do I know positive or negative associations with the Lamplighters?
Uh, both. Depending on who you ask, there are some folk that are like really superstitious and you know respect and reverence and keep your distance. There are some folk who think they'll kidnap your soul. There are some, there's probably a mixture of beliefs with the peoples of Philastra.
Okay. As they get closer, I'll whisper to everybody else, be like, these are the Lamplighters. Uh, that's about it.
So after a few moments from around the corner, uh, and I'll show you all this artwork later. I wasn't sure if we'd had to introduce this guy tonight or not. A very small, you can't see their face, even like with the lantern fairly close to them. They have a hood on, and it's almost like magical darkness in this hood. Like a Jawa, but without eyes.
I was going to say, is it
Uh,
like a black mage in
yeah,
early Final
without,
Fantasy, like
yeah,
VV?
yeah, but no eyes. Yeah, yeah. Uh, so you can't. And it's like probably a full foot and a half shorter than Demetra, but not child proportioned, like full on adult proportioned. Um,
Okay.
carrying this lantern. Zenalia, this is probably the first time you've ever seen one, or at least seen like been close enough to be like, oh, it's like a little person.
Mm-hmm.
They're dressed in something akin to like clerical garb, and the iconography on their armor and whatever their gear is one of the death cults.
Interesting. Okay.
Would
So
any of the
this
rest of
small
us recognize a death cult icon, or is it Shadowfell specific?
This specific the symbolism would probably be the specific iconography would be specific, but I ain't gonna lie, a lot of these folks worship death, their skulls. So like you probably would be like,
Put two and two together.
hmm. I just I don't meet a whole lot of folk that have skulls on their pauldrons, you know, or like a
Mm-hmm.
skull belt buckle or some dumb shit. I don't know. Uh, but this very small individual with the lantern, like, kind of walks out timidly.
Oh, hi there, little guy. Thanks for coming to say hello and let us see you. I like your lantern.
I was gonna say that.
Odessa likes your lantern too.
I was gonna say
Yeah,
lamp because she said lamplighters. So
yeah, I like yours too.
Thank you.
You should be careful though. Nasty things are attracted to your light.
To mine?
Mm.
To theirs? To
It's
What
because
do
they know.
you know?
Go
What?
ahead. I was gonna say, is it because the things around here know that our light's different from your light, that they're not from here?
Mm, yes, this is the dead light. They know to stay away.
Mm.
What are you doing here?
We're going home. These are my friends, and I'm bringing them home to meet my family.
I'm really excited to meet her dad.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, best hurry then. There's nasty folk about.
Do you have any advice about dealing with these nasty folk?
or an extra
Mm,
deadlight.
Also, define nasty.
no deadlights for you. Special.
Oh, that's true. What if you walked with us? Could you help keep the nasty ones away?
Oh, no, no. The nasty ones do not respect the old ways. Nasty ones that follow that false queen.
Yes,
Oh,
we hear that's a problem. So you don't like
Mhm.
her either, huh?
No, she disturbs the flow, messes up the balance. But she does have a certain allure. See a lot more souls come through since she took over.
What does that
Help
mean?
it's
help
a
guide them.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah,
don't
the dead light helps guide the souls here. That's where you come in. It's been busier.
souls come wandering through the black, and we get them where they need going.
I'm glad you're like your job. That's always important.
Best hurry along. Think there's a dead storm coming.
You are really perceptive and helpful. Are you sure you don't want to tag along with us?
I could walk with you a ways,
It'd be
but I
wonderful. You can tell us all kinds of stories about what you know about these nasty things in the Raven in the false Raven Queen.
And
I'm
how
sorry,
to
I don't mean to
restore
interject.
balance.
Is anyone else curious as to what a dead storm is? Because that sounds terrible.
Yeah, walk and talk with us, buddy. What's your name?
It's it's probably like a group of souls that are lost and maybe angry, and when they see our light, they get confused and attack. Like if I had to guess, I mean that feels normal.
I'm guessing we are walking and talking. Which direction are we going? Who is
The
our
the
leader?
way that well, I described to Vigo what the path looked like, and I hope
Did
I
you
can
make a
still make
map,
out I hope I
Vigo?
can still make out the landmarks uh that I memorized.
So the thing about moving through the Shadowfell is it's outside of the scope of the y'all's light. It's constantly sort of changing. So what you can see in the light, and then you move a little bit further, it's different. So following landmarks, not really the case. But using the Arcanograph, you can still kind
Oh,
of
so wait, I sorry. I assumed the arcanograph wasn't working anymore because it went black.
Oh, I
if
can hand
you
it back to you.
if you were to tap back into it, you would be able to see like the where that path was pointed
Oh,
still.
okay. I misunderstood.
That's okay. Um, this little guy seemed to kind of know the direction you were going anyway. Uh, so as you're
Sense.
moving along, This one's half right, he says, pointing up at Zenalia. Dead storm. Lots of dead. All at once. Doesn't happen super often. So many come through, they just get lost in the noise, and many of us have to show up. We were talking about you.
Yeah, where's your
We
friend?
heard.
Oh, they're getting ready.
Ready for the storm.
Mm-hmm.
Is that all they're getting ready for?
I suppose in this place one has to kind of get ready for everything all at once.
That's a mood.
Mm.
I'm going to wager that we don't want to be around when this storm shows up, so we might want to hurry along then, yes?
We are walking and talking, aren't we?
Yes, but,
Mhm.
Okay.
double time and all that.
Where are you headed? Might be able to get you there quicker.
The shade swamps?
For free?
So free for me, but it might not be that way once you get there.
Mhm. Do you know
Shade
a
swamps.
shortcut to the swamps?
Not far at all. Follow. And he dips around a corner. And this is where the place gets especially weird. And as we're like following, imagine this is sort of like the 80s movie where there's inevitably like a water slide, kind of,
Mhm.
in the base, like in the Goonies. Like, oh yeah, of course there's a water slide underneath this city. Uh not
Mhm.
quite like you don't lose like your physical faculties or anything. But it becomes very swift, this
Mhm.
little lantern lamp person. Um, I'm reminded of when Simba was chasing Rafiki in the animated Lion King. Uh,
Mhm.
but after a time, the air you start to get a very acrid smell. Uh, the air becomes thicker and heavier, and it's for the first time probably since you've been here, away from a fire anyway. There's like a warmth in the air, humidity, um, and
Do I notice the warmth in the air?
yeah,
Or do I still feel cold? Okay.
uh, and the ground underneath all of you becomes less consistent, uh, and after like almost as if walking out of a fog, you are now standing in ankle deep water that is bitter cold.
Mhm.
Uh, and in the immediacy of y'all's lights, you can make out these sort of they look sort of like, you ever seen like cypress stumps that kind of,
The
Yeah.
knees?
yeah, kind of like that, mingled with bits of ruined stone, like you can see the edges of uh, what maybe were walls at one point. And you can't see very far because of the circle of light that you all are in. And then when you guys get there, he stops and he's like perched up on one of those stumps, and shines his light out, and almost like somebody out there decided to turn the dimmer switch up a little bit. You can make out the vastness of this the swamps of sorrow from the Neverending Story.
Mhm.
I was thinking about the sticking like swamp from Labyrinth because he feels very Muppet-like to me. As soon as he perched
Yes.
up on
Oh
that
yeah,
thing, I was like,
he's
"Oh, he's a Muppet."
definitely yeah, he's
He's
definitely
like he's like the little
a
dog
puppet.
from the
Yeah,
Labyrinth.
spooky little guy. Give me some perception checks.
Ooh, a 24.
11. I ain't seen shit this session.
No.
Except
Uh,
for what the
Is that
Arcanograph shows
usually
me.
Only
perceptive?
Dirty
Mhm.
20.
Dirty 20.
So, what did you get, James?
21.
So yeah, the three of y'all hyper tuned in. Maybe Demetrius is fixated on the weird little lamp guy.
That's true. I do like him.
A structure starts to appear in the fog near all of you.
Oh.
As though the fog's clearing around it, or as though it's rising up out of the swamp where it
You
wasn't.
know what? You can't tell.
Excellent.
It's probably a little bit of both. You know, it's and I will say that there are portions of the structure that don't even look entirely corporeal. Uh, weird, wispy black bits coming off of it, but you can make out a very distinct wall and a very distinct arch of a doorway. Little dude shines his light over, which shines more of. You can see more of it. It is a building.
Mhm.
Seems that the swamp was expecting you.
That makes
Seems
sense.
unusual.
That's about right for the Feyland, for any kind of Fey, anything.
But this isn't. We're not in Fey territory, Dimitri.
We're not, but the Shadowfell, it's kind of two sides of the same coin. So that checks out.
Uh,
The Shadowfell knows a lot more about you than you know about the Shadowfell, and so I'm sure it knew in a way that, like the land knew what our goal was.
Yeah, we've met landmarks that knew our goals before, Vigo. This isn't the first time.
I mean, that's still not comforting. I'm going to be honest.
all right, I'm gonna roll a D8.
It's a little creepier when it's a swamp in the
Meg,
Shadowfell.
give me another perception check. Continue talking.
Creepier when it's a swamp in the Shadowfell. Sorry, a fortress in a swamp in the Shadowfell, and that fortress happens to belong to someone that has caused issues for others.
Do you understand my concern? Yes.
Okay.
Very
Separate
good.
from it all, though, it's really beautiful, isn't it? And I'm just
Whoa.
Zenny's just staring wistfully off at the
Ooh.
fog coalescing into a fortress.
Oh, that part is beautiful. Okay.
Hmm.
I just want to knock on Zenny's head, like, you okay there? This isn't your re-education coming back, is it?
No,
28.
but it's kind of pretty.
While this conversation is happening, Odessa, your ears become tuned to a sound coming from that doorway. It sounds like the crackle of a fire. And after another moment, of tuning towards it, you can smell pine needles and the morning air. Like you get all of these very powerful scents, uh, sensations.
I think we should go in.
Oh,
What
just,
end?
Give
just
me a
walk through the
wisdom
front door?
savings, bro.
That's a 10.
Yes. Odessa just starts walking.
Yep. Well, that's what I was going to
Didn't
do
we-
anyway. So
Didn't we have a plan? Isn't this our destination? Wasn't there a plan that we were gonna do
yes,
when we got to our
very much.
destination?
Yes.
Yeah.
Odessa.
Yes, there was
Phillips?
Odessa.
No, not
Odessa,
going.
we haven't sat in
Katie.
contemplation.
Katie, give me a
I'm gonna start-
wisdom saving throw.
Meg, do you hear me?
yes, but we did. B, I'm not listening. I'm walking in the building.
Mhm.
I got a nat 20.
You get almost kind of like a very intense headache for just a split second. Like I like freezer, like a ice cream headache.
Yeah, brain
but
freeze.
it subsides. Odessa, after walking into the archway, you find yourself in a large circular room. The air in here is much warmer. It is filled with the smell of pine needles and smoke from a campfire. And there on the opposite wall ahead of you is another set of huge double doors. And then on either side, there are two other doors that are closed.
Are the
Are you
double
guys
doors
following?
open or closed?
No, all the doors are closed. The
Okay.
double doors are just the largest. This one's
Yeah.
Okay, so
Demetra, we don't like. I think we need to abandon the plan and follow Odessa. Like
yes,
clearly,
okay, but I just had a really bad headache, and that's usually not a good sign. So I feel like this is a bad idea. But she's
Erika.
gone. And she's supposed to be the one who is the adult in the room, and I'm marching after her. as I
You
wear
give me a
mask.
wisdom saving throw.
no. Uh, wisdom is okay. Oh, thank God. That's a 22.
Oh, okay. So after the words leave your mouth that we need to go in and follow her, you have a
Yeah.
compulsion to do just that.
Yeah.
Demetra's emphatic verbiage holds you fast for a
Mhm.
moment, but you do feel compelled to go that direction still.
Yeah. I feel like we can't leave her alone in there and like we've
Oh, we stop her instead of following in. That seems the reasonable position to take, yes?
Can I go in
I mean
the double doors?
she's like in there and like we're gonna lose her if we don't like make a decision and go.
Yeah,
I'm already
you
walking.
you
I'm
cannot see
following
her
her.
anymore. Like she is
Yeah.
out of sight now. So what are you? All right, so okay, Demetra,
Demetra's
you're in
going.
next.
Yeah.
Okay.
We've gotta go.
This is all terrible, terrible. Hello? Hello?
You guys
Anyone?
cannot hear him inside there anymore.
They're not
Um,
gonna be able to hear you once they cross the threshold.
So Demetra, you come in, you see Odessa. She's not disappeared.
I'm going
or
to
anything.
grab her arm.
When you get to her side, I need the two of you to make history checks.
Nat
That was a nat
20
one
for a 26.
So that was my nat. I was a nat 1 for my history check. That's 2 nat
Okay.
1s on this dice, so it's going in dice jail.
Love it. Demetrius fixated on Odessa. Odessa, upon looking at these doors, you recognize them. They are the doors to the council chamber in Karujid.
The double doors?
Mm-hmm.
That's not right.
I
You
need to
guys don't
know-
know what's happening, so
I
don't
need to
give me that.
know-
You don't know. No metagaming.
Okay, as soon as I grab her, I'm like, Odessa, stop. I just had a headache. You know what those mean. This is a bad idea. You can't just go charging in. Why am I the one telling you that? You're supposed to be the adult. Why am I the one telling you to calm down?
Maybe I'm tired of being the responsible one. I want to go on those
Okay,
doors.
but now I'm being responsible and I'm telling you it's not a good idea. And if you go in there, we're all going to have to go in after you.
How many times have I gone in after you?
I like Odessa's lack of accent all of a sudden.
Hey, touche, but no, look, we are here because we're trying to accomplish something, right? And it seems to me like just charging in here is not going to help us accomplish that something.
I don't know. The Lamplighter said that everything was out of balance and it was the false queen's fault. So perhaps if the land has given us this place, it has something to offer to help amend that.
But doesn't it seem like if I'm the one having a bad feeling that I don't want to go, maybe that should be a sign to you? Because normally aren't I the one who's about to charge into everything, sword swinging, ready to go? Isn't that a bit
Demetra,
strange to you? Why would I be hesitant?
That just
Katie, give
proves
me
to me
another
that you have poor
perception check.
impulses.
What are
18.
Zenalia and Vigo
18.
doing? 18? What did I say? Perception? You can hear definite music coming from behind that door.
Uh,
I'm gonna
we're-
turn to. Go ahead.
Okay, can I run up to get within sight of of Odessa and Demetra?
So when you come up to the doorway, you can see into the room. They seem like they're much further away than they should be. You can see that where they are. You can tell that where their lights are, their lanterns are, but they seem a lot further away than they should be.
Can I cast suggestion on Odessa?
What's the
No.
range? Probably not.
It is 30 feet.
No.
No. Okay.
No,
She
just
would
because I'm
never
working
find
with like
you.
magical space,
Vigo, I think we have to go in there, and I think that I can like shield our minds like slightly, like it was like a slight advantage to not fall for the same stuff that Odessa is clearly falling for.
And that you seem to have. Tell
I
me
didn't
this,
fall for it either.
Benny. I don't know you all that well, but you seem like the practical sort. Why do we have to go in there? Can you elucidate that for me?
Just when
I
we were
think
becoming friends.
you want to
Oh.
protect your friends, that clearly Odessa has lost a mental faculty that is helping her make sound decisions. And if
Says
we're going to
you.
protect our friends, then we have to follow her into the
No,
shadow.
wait. Again, why can't we try and prevent her from going in as opposed to we have to follow her into the spooky building that arose out of the fog?
I think that that's probably like the way into the shade swamps is
Are you
like
sure you don't just want to also go in there because you've also been struck with some sort of compulsion?
how can I prove to you that I haven't been struck by some sort of compulsion to go in there?
The practical self that you are!
I don't know. Give me another wisdom saving throw. Let's see.
James,
I-
does Vigo realize that we're already inside the building, so there is no preventing us from going in the
Oh,
building because
I
we're
guess
in
not.
the
I thought
building?
Well, Michael said we could
We-
still see you, so
Yes, but Odessa
that
went in the door.
prevent
It's
you from going
open.
any further in, I suppose.
Okay, well, you're gonna have to like you can't.
What you gonna do?
enter to
He's
get
just gonna keep shouting from the outside, casting
Yeah.
spells that don't reach. It's fine. Let him do it.
I'm going to use my channel divinity watcher's will and give Vigo and I advantage on wisdom saving throws.
Lovely.
That is a nice boost.
How long does that last?
A minute, so literally for this saving throw.
All right. So okay, yeah. Give both of you give me saving throw. Arguing outside the door, close to the door for too long.
We have advantage, right? You
Yeah, we
said?
have
Yeah.
advantage.
Thank Christ. Okay, good. I got a 19.
I got a 23.
Nice.
You both sort of able to resist just walking through. Odessa, what are you doing?
I'm going through those double doors.
All right,
I'm
so no,
trying very hard to stop her. I want to interpose myself in between her and the doors.
you guys can do competing strength checks.
Well, that's not going to work in my favor.
No.
Can I lasso her ankle? Okay. I thought
Not
I would.
from here.
Okay. She is forcing my hand. Okay. Competing strength.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can already tell you I'm not going to succeed.
I mean, things are about to get worse outside, so it's okay.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. That was a 14, which I assume does not help me at all. So I'm going to say, Odessa, I am so sorry, and I'm going to cast Hex on her.
Does my 19 get me through the door before she can do that?
Yes, because we're doing like actions. Yeah. So Odessa has like pushed, and at this point it would probably occur to Demetra that, hey, these doors look familiar. Outside the wall, there's not really a horizon, right? Because it's blackness, it's weird, it's far away, but whatever in that context you would picture as a horizon, Vigo and Zenalia see a blinding, like sort of unearthly green flash like lightning. And there is something that it's 100% the dead storm. So the little dude who's still there just watching this happen
Kicking
stands
his little
up.
feet. Is he kicking his
Yeah,
little feet?
now that he stands up and his lantern gets a lot brighter, and up off kind of just in the distance again where that proverbial horizon would be, you kind of see this strange undulating cloud that if you were to stare and let your eyes adjust and focus is just awash with it's like souls. You
Mhm.
can make out the forms of people. You can't really tell like what they are because they're somewhat amorphous, but you can tell that, especially I would imagine a paladin. Uh, it's just generally like weird, witchy ghost shit on the horizon.
So, Vigo, we can either face the dead storm or we can go inside.
God damn it. Do you know what might be in there?
I think it's gonna be.
Spiders like to lurk in dank, dark places.
Oh, I didn't. Oh my god, I didn't know that you were afraid of spiders. Oh, Vigo, we can protect you. It'll be okay. The
Can
spiders
you
down
protect me
here.
from big spiders with sharp,
But
pointy fangs and
okay, but you
poison?
see, like these are followers of the false Raven Queen, not Lolth. Where Shadar-kai are very different from the other dark elves.
I have a timer going.
I think we can protect you from the spiders, but I really think that there's not going to be a lot of spiders because, again, we don't worship Lolth here.
Knock
Does it?
Vigo out.
In what world does the absence of a spider god prevent spiders from having sharp, pointy teeth?
Yeah,
Fine.
you
In the
scientifically.
building. Let's go. Let's not separate. Fine.
I just know that I was getting my my chain whips out and was going to entirely reach you to bring you inside.
You know, another day I might enjoy that, but let's go now.
So as soon as Vigo and Zenalia step through the threshold, that doorway is just gone. It is almost as if
On.
the miasmic space behind you ceased to exist. You don't hear any of the noise from the approaching storm. The room now is also much smaller than it appeared on the other side of the door, and you can see these doorways
Smaller
and
on
this
the
very
inside.
large one. Huh?
It's smaller on the inside.
It's smaller on the inside. I know. I didn't see that one coming. You see these double doors that Odessa is pushing. Demetra is down like on her front, doing one
I'm
of these.
literally.
As Odessa pushes these doors, candlelight comes streaming out. You guys kind of get the sensation that the room behind you is constricting, and you're all four of you are pushed into this space, and that's a good spot to take our bio break.
Zenny, can I be honest with you?
Yeah,
Your home sucks.
but that's particularly rude, especially when you're going to be racist to elves and get us confused with drow. I mean,
Well,
the
I
drow
didn't say
home is
anything about that. I
much
just don't like spiders. It's not
And
connected.
scene. I just don't like spiders. Break.
All right,
There. That's fair.
don't go anywhere. We'll be back. And welcome. What? Oh, okay. Welcome back.
Sorry, the first time I was counting down, the mute didn't unmute. So you see why I have problems, because sometimes the buttons don't do the things that they're supposed to do. So even if I
It's just
remember to do all
funny.
the things,
Probably got to remember to
It's just
figure out how to use
funny
that
because
friggin' Steam Deck.
Michael, for once, was on the ball. He was so ready. It was like literally the first time he has ever nailed it based on your timing.
Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, we cannot have a comeback from break that ever goes normally. It's fine. It's the way
It
it's
was
meant
just
to.
perfect. It was perfect.
we don't usually start super great either. That's just like
Eh.
a thing.
Yeah, it's part of our charm.
Transitions
I
are
agreed.
hard.
Agreed.
Transitions are hard
They
hard.
are. They
for
are.
our, especially for our
And that's
mostly neurospicy brains.
why
Yeah.
viewers don't wear transition lenses.
No.
Don't. It's just not worth it.
They don't
not
go hard. They just
Yeah.
are hard.
As is the custom in these parts, we hope you had a pleasant bathroom break. We were chatting it up, having a good time. Before our break, the party was wandering around, through the shadow
Wandering.
fell, no big deal. We ran into a lamplighter, got to the shade swamps. A building appeared. Odessa was compelled to go inside. Dimitri tried to stop her. Vigo and Zenny really, really belabored the going in. But
Ow.
Vigo
eventually,
belabored the going in, and Zenny had
well,
pity on him and
this is
tried to
fair.
get
This
him to
is fair.
go.
Zenny was like, all of my training told me not to split the party, and I can't be one.
100%.
My instincts told me not to go into the weird building that appeared out of the swamp.
100%. I'll tell you this: if Zenalia had left Vigo, if Vigo had been left by himself, a big ass spider was going to show up. I kid you
I
not.
knew it.
Because you were
Phillips was
alone.
going to
So
make an
like,
appearance.
yeah. So yeah, now we have been pulled inside this strange structure that has appeared.
I would like to
And
paint a picture as we get pulled inside because Michael mentioned this, but I just want to clarify. So Demetra put herself in between Odessa and this door. Odessa just like strong armed her away, and Demetra was like, I am left with no other option, and just grabbed Odessa's ankle, just like wrapped her arms around Odessa's ankle and is literally being dragged
into the
behind
room.
her.
And the rest of this like entryway is closing in around us and forcing Vigo and Zenny through this set of doors as well.
yes.
So we're all inside the Carjet. Yay!
Can we see them now?
Yes, you can see them. You're right there with them.
Odessa, what exactly compelled you to walk into the strange building?
Not sure yet.
Yeah, see, that doesn't sound like you at all. Go ahead.
Hey,
Sorry.
James, you give me a perception check. I love that we're like really in tune with each other at the moment, But now the surrounding has to come into play, and turning our attention to roll 20.
Ooh!
Oh,
22. 22. Just
You are
Vigo
That
in.
was anticlimactic. It's all black.
it's
all
not
of it's
black.
black.
That's not like it's at the very
No,
top.
I can see it.
Zoom out.
Oh,
Zoom out.
okay. I have a hard time because it's on my
It's a big map. It's a big map.
Yeah. So you got to zoom out and then scroll all the way to the top.
Sorry, I have to fix videos first.
Zoom to fit. Whoa, it's so little.
Yeah.
I guess because there's so much to explore.
Yes, because the party we
What?
have been clamoring for a dungeon crawl.
Well,
And it had been a while since I've sat and played with Dungeon Alchemist, and there have been oh so many updates. And yeah, so I made a giant ass dungeon.
Hell yeah.
I love
Um,
this for us.
I
just to
can't
be honest,
get- okay.
for reasons that are unclear, the only thing I can control right now is Demetra.
Cool.
Don't ask me why.
I can control me
What?
too. Yeah, I can't grab anyone else. Hey. Hey.
I also can't grab anyone else, but I also can't grab Demetra. So
I have the power.
Do they need to drag
If you
their
drag
own tokens?
You might need to drag your own token.
All right,
Yeah,
I got to drag my own
Drag-
out there. I'm good now.
yeah, drag your own token over. My bad. I forgot
It's
that
all
roll
good.
20 was stupid like that.
Yeah, that's okay. I fight with it every
I mean,
time.
I can move myself, so I don't know why it's not working for other people.
Weird.
Weird.
Any hoodle. Demetra and Vigo and Odessa all know where you are. And again, this map on the screen is not a one-to-one image of what I see in my head or the artwork that I have made. But you are in the Carjet. You are in the council chambers all the way back in Carjet. You can see out the windows. There's the jungle. The air in the room is warm. You can smell the forest air, all of the sensory things that would accompany being in this space.
Can I ask a dumb and probably unnecessary question?
Absolutely.
Why would Vigo know that's where he
Uh,
is?
because you probably have been in the Capitol building at some point. The shrouded, or excuse me,
He
yeah,
might
yeah,
have
yeah.
even been here with Demetra, because even like
They
prior
you
to
there
you being
definitely would have been
kidnapped, we had
yeah,
dealings.
Okay.
the court case that he might probably came here after you were tried in Copperhook. Uh so I would maybe not like intimately, but you definitely know where it is. You would recognize that Karjid is outside.
Okay.
Uh, you know. We'll say there's also like some iconography on the wall, some like banners and things that would be implicit of
Got it.
being back in
Okay,
Karjid. Dahlia,
so
no fucking idea. No clue whatsoever.
this
Where
place,
are we?
this place can't be here. Like I'm gonna slowly, like I'm still holding on to Odessa's ankle,
No,
but I'm gonna like,
it definitely can be. This is, oh, guys, you are experiencing the beauty of my homeland now. It can be truly wherever you want it to be. You see, like the mist and like the fog and all of that stuff, it holds onto your deepest, darkest memories, and then
I
it manifests. And so
so
I'm gonna get,
this,
we're all gonna get to experience things about each other, and it's gonna make us closer as people. And this is like you do this with your friends and like your adventuring party like growing up and like
This is
in
like a rite
academy.
of passage here.
This is like a rite of passage for us.
No.
so
Odessa,
that's lovely. But this place can't be here.
Well, the
uh
other option is that, the planes are actually like, crossing and collapsing in on one another. So technically it could.
If there's one rule, it's don't cross the plains.
no, that's the streams.
So this is either a coalescence of bad memories, or it is the planes crashing into themselves.
Mhm.
I'm going to go
And
with
each
the
other.
fact that we are in the Shade Swamp, which we know is the home of she who shall not be named. So I'm gonna go with Zenalia's instinct here that this is not a good place to be.
She really did not sound like it was a bad place to be. She sounds very excited to be here,
She
actually.
does sound very excited, but she talked about coalescence of bad memories, and I'm telling
She said
you,
deep, dark memory. She never said bad.
If
Your
I can
deepest darkest memory could be something that you is really warm to your soul.
being
okay, what is happening right now, Vigo? I don't like this. Vigo, this is not fun for me.
uh I have to say, personally speaking, um something that's not real is generally not good.
Thank you.
That's just
Also, I would
demonstrably
like to
false.
point out
I,
again that we were told that we were going to find the home of she who shall not be named, who is not been doing good things to me. And this place is in her space.
Mhm.
I just want us to acknowledge that there is the potential for very bad things from both Zenny and Odessa. That's all I want.
No,
That's literally all I'm asking for.
When
I
has
think
there ever not been the possibility of really bad things?
Okay, yes, but we probably don't need to be charging headlong into the possibility of bad things, which is what you seem to be intent on doing right now, and that is very strange for me. I don't like it.
What do
Are
we
you
have in this
okay?
room?
from my personal experience, people really love the facsimile of something until they find out it's a facsimile. Um, but yes, what is going on with this room, dear Dungeon Master?
I have a feeling that your experience is very specific, and yes,
Yeah,
this
that's
deceiving people often makes them upset. Yes.
Yes.
That is true.
I just want to be clear, Odessa, that I am worried about you. That's all.
Okay.
In this space, at least in these first moments of nervous, excited conversation, there's not really anything happening. It's almost like you've wandered into a still frame, but breaking away from each other, at least even for a moment, the room sort of comes to life and you can see figures moving about the space. The doors right next to you open up. If you were to look out them, you would see down the halls of the Karajit, and a stream of council members pushes in and pushes Demetra, Vigo, and Zenalia into the room as they disperse up into the rafters of the council seats. Seated up on this, like in this semicircle at the sort of the southern wall of the room, up high, are the four like council heads. Whatever session is currently in, these four individuals are in charge of it. Like they are on the board or whatever for whatever this session is.
She mentioned memories. Does it look familiar to
Absolutely.
me?
All of this does look familiar, but it does not look like a one-to-one representation. The four figures that are seated up there are devoid of color. They are like black and white.
Okay.
They also are scowling at you, Odessa. They
At
are
me?
at staring absolute daggers at you. Uh, in fact, give me a wisdom saving throw at disadvantage.
Oh.
All of you now, because the things are happening, can kind of tune in and feel this pulse in the room. There's a gravity in here. Uh,
Ugh, I hate this place.
Does it look like?
Vigo, you become overwhelmed with these thoughts that we need to make sure that where are the exits? Where are the exits?
That's yeah. I was just
I know this
literally about
space.
to ask you. Does it look like we can go out the door that they all came in?
No.
There's
So
like nothing.
now that they've flooded in, the doors have closed, and if you were to attempt to open them, I gotta make you go through the rigmarole. They would
Yeah.
not open. The room is now locked. The room is now sealed. We are in a dungeon, so this is above table. There is a puzzle to this
Yeah.
experience.
Like I say, I presume I can't break the puzzle and roll a ridiculously high lockpick on the door.
No, sir. No, no, sir. I actually, so now I love that you asked that, and I will be perfectly honest with you. Yes, you probably could. If you succeeded, you would leave the room, but nobody else would, and then you would be by yourself.
Um,
So,
I think Vigo is extremely uncomfortable in this room and is going to try and pick the lock.
oh, I love this. Okay. Let me get through a couple of other things, and then we'll come back and
Yeah.
resolve that, okay?
Yeah.
Uh, Odessa, what was your role?
It was a dirty 20,
Okay.
followed by 21.
Okay. Uh, it's not going to be crippling, but you can feel this pressure that's in the room, and the memory that is thrust the foremost in your mind. Not saying that this is exactly what is happening, but the feeling that the memory that this feeling triggers was Odessa's first time in session, so first time in
Sure.
council.
Okay. So
Uh,
back when she was a translator.
yes. Um, you recall whoever the council members that were in charge during that session were very stern, uh, that they spoke in a condescending manner. You were reminded also all at once of the council back in the Firbolg village as well, that there's some kind of weird bleed through in those feelings. Um, and in your mind you can hear all this sort of echo cacophony of phrases. Fix it, fix it, you're the representative here. You're on duty. This is your job. Fix it over and over and over again. You are um, overwhelmed with these senses of the problems that you and your party members have been facing, and the need to solve them. You are reminded of the plight of the refugees back in Karajid that you were, overwrought with, that work. You were reminded of being cut off from your Firbolg tribe and not being able to help once after in the aftermath of the fire. All of these like desperate sort of feelings. Behind these individuals is another door. It is a door. This is the only door or thing in the room that is not normal of Karajid. That is not, that doesn't belong here, right? And it is a tangle of roots and gears with blacked out orbs across the top. This is the locking mechanism.
But this is not the door Vigo is at, right?
No, no. Vigo absolutely can't go mess with that other door. I don't even know that this would necessarily look like a door. It looks
Right.
like some sort of
Yeah.
portal, some sort of portcullis. It is just with where Odessa is and what she is looking at and what she is used to looking
Yeah.
at. I think that would be something that might not be something that to Vigo James's point of how many times has Vigo been here? How well does he know the space?
Right.
Uh,
Gotcha. I'm gonna whistle though. Vigo, I think your time may better be spent on this one.
What? On what?
Do you see this
No.
thing?
What?
After a moment, one of the four stamps this staff down that echoes across the whole room. Everybody give me Constitution saving throws.
Shit.
That's not good.
16?
14.
That's 9.
15.
Meets it, beats it. So it was 15.
Yes.
Odessa and Zenalia, you're going to take 13 points of psychic damage.
Ooh.
And does that knock sense back into Odessa?
How many points?
13. After that, there's kind of this, like, it's almost like you're watching a real scene happening, but every now and again there are strange jumps in it, and there are people that were there that speed up and then they're gone, and then there's different people. At the center of the room, though, there is a very powerful smell of burning. And after a moment, it's kind of one of these things where like you smell it, like, is something burning? And when you turn back, there is a figure standing in the center of the room. Uh, they're bound to the floor by a tangle of old growth roots that are growing up out of the floor. Um, their body is completely covered in bandages. You can't see their face. Uh, they are dressed in garb, and their stature and general physique are reflective of Firbolg, but their clothing is badly burned. And you can even smell that they are burned. They smell like burnt person. And in a instant, Odessa knows exactly who that is. And in your head, we don't know what his voice sounds like because you've not spoken to him since you were a child, right? Uh, but you get these. Is it coming from him? Is it coming from Paralis? Is it coming from you? I don't know that you would necessarily be able to disseminate that, but you hear, well, these vines are tight, sister. And the fire burns hot.
Whose fault is that?
You know the protocol. Cut me down, save me, do your job.
I don't owe you
Is
anything.
Odessa? Sorry, is Odessa the only one who can hear this, or can we all hear it? Okay,
No,
thank you.
she's the only one that can hear it. Vigo, are you trying to get out through that door?
Yes.
Give me thieves tools thieves tools.
And I'm gonna give myself bardic inspiration.
Okay.
Yeah, you can do this. You can do this. No lock match is a match for you, Vigo. You're the greatest. That is a 32.
Wow, even like with a stupid high DC, yeah, that does it. So as you pop that lock, the door sort of opens up, and it's one of those things where like you push the door open, and as you like turn, I guess maybe to say, "Hey guys, I got the door open," you're on the other side of the door,
Oh, that wasn't. I didn't want.
and the lights are out except for your lantern, and
But
you are in an
Yeah, right.
empty hallway. The
So
door
like
on the other side is not even the same door.
before I okay. So this is as soon as I pop the door open.
As soon as the lock turns and the door opens, because it's one of those things, but like it turns and the door kind of.
Oh, okay, so like I can't pop the lock and before I open it turn around. No, I'm just.
You just get
It's like
sucked through.
it's like popping the lock transported you.
It's like one of those like turning, like the revolving doors,
Yeah, but
right? Like
magic.
Well,
It doesn't actually even need to open. You just needed to unlock it, and then you're on the other side.
um, okay. Can I turn
um,
and try and open the door?
So as you feel around, you don't even see a doorknob. You don't see a lock. You don't even see any hinges. As you start to kind of move the lantern around, suddenly the door isn't even a door. It's just a wall.
where are while he's processing that, where are Zedalia and Demetra at this point? Like, where are we? Like, we've been but kind of jostled around by the council. So, where have we wound up, Michael?
Um, I'm gonna say that you wound up on opposite ends of the bleachers, probably.
Okay.
Like,
Okay, am I on opposite ends of the bleachers? Okay, so I'm like what here now, and Zedalia is like over here.
Yeah.
Okay, and then Vigo disappeared through here.
No.
Which door?
the door y'all came in. Sorry, the door that Vigo's standing at. I know it's just an open
Here.
space.
Okay, so great. So I'm right there. Okay, so I
There you go.
literally see him vanish in front of my eyes.
No, you don't. He's still standing there.
What? What is he doing still standing there?
Sorry.
Michael. Okay, thank you. Just making sure you know I was talking to you.
No, I got you. I don't know. What is he doing?
Are you looking at him?
Yes, I'm like watching the proceedings because I'm like I mentioned, I'm very concerned about Odessa at the moment. But I'm keeping an eye on Vigo because I see what you're doing and that feels like a good idea.
Yeah, Vigo looks at you and says and just kind of like whispers like, "What? What do you want?"
Wait, does Vigo Okay, now I'm confused. So Vigo's on the other side of the door,
We don't
right?
know that.
You don't know
Okay,
that.
yes, I
You-
know. I
Yeah.
know that. So is Vigo seeing me also on the other side of the door?
We don't know. There's no way to tell.
What are you staring at?
As far as Demetra is concerned, Vigo is still right there.
Has James been prepped? What is happening?
Why do you
had
think it
one
took
job.
Michael so long to answer you?
The only thing you had to do was keep Odessa from coming in here, and now look at where we are.
Okay, now Vigo's being really mean to me. And Odessa's not acting like hers. I don't like any of this. I don't like what is happening right now. Vigo, are you okay? She's gonna like Odessa's busy. She doesn't want to disrupt the council. She doesn't want to get shushed by teacher. So
Yeah,
she's
I was
gonna like
gonna.
sidle up to Vigo so she could talk to him. What, Michael?
Yes.
There are other like figures in there that are kind of giving both of you like sit down, fucking be quiet looks.
If
You
one of
know,
them looks at me, Vigo just kind of goes,
love it. All right. Hold on a sec. So, Meg.
Yeah.
So this figure in the room, the brother figure, brother facsimile, uh, just spoke and made compelled you. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Can I have advantage for my amount of disgust for him?
No, unfortunately.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
22.
Yeah, that saves. You feel that anger well up. You feel that like flash of heat behind your eyes. You can feel this paralysis thing being like, ooh, damn. But your senses remain stalwart and you're able to calm yourself and you think about that word protocol. You use that word protocol. That's weird. Give me a history check. And you may do this with advantage. Ooh, what was that? Oh, Jesus.
"What was that noise? That's just a box."
It's funny because
Dirty
it's
20.
true. It's my computer. Uh, what do you think Odessa remembers about y'all's uncle? What was that noise? Is that me?
No, sorry, that was me sending a text. Sorry. There's something
Oh, that's
stuck
okay.
prior, and I was like responding on my
Oh
computer to
no!
it's okay. We're good.
Oh, that's okay. No worries. I just wanted to make sure because I had some sounds earlier, and I was like, I need to turn those off
I
because
didn't
I'm
realize
running
that
on a new setup. So
I didn't realize my like message sounds were going to go off.
no worries. You say you got a dirty 20.
Yes.
So
Boom.
And you
and
asked
then
me
you're
what I remember about my uncle.
yeah, like what what do you remember about him? What does Odessa remember about him?
Well, he was a chieftain of sorts, whatever our name for the head of our council, head of the tribe is. Um, so he was very important, very stern. You didn't want to cross him for sure. Um, Odessa really thought that her mom would step in whenever all the stuff happened with the fire and her brother. But she definitely cowed to the uncle, and it was her uncle who declared her banished. Is that good enough?
Yeah. Uh uh you can remember you get this weird moment of like did this conversation really happen? Did I dream it? It's one of those things, like when you have like deja vu, you're like, did I dream this? This is like that, but in reverse. Where you remember learning that the word protocol
Yeah,
was in certain context, like the one that you are in now, is a code word.
sure.
It is like danger.
Yeah. Okay.
So
So is
you
the
pass that
correct
check. So you
response to run?
no, but passing that check, resisting the urge to go with that impulse, one of the gears on the wall starts to turn,
Oh boy.
and the light above it bling, turns on. Uh, Zenalia, what are you doing?
That's a great question.
I'm glad
This
you
is like a brand new experience. Like she's never seen any of this before, and I don't know if she would know how to like help or interact, or feels like this is maybe not not her memories to insert herself into. I don't know if she would be raised to have some type of like reverence for like other people's experiences in these types of scenarios, and to like let those who like know what's going on like figure that out.
What's Zenalia's passive perception?
It is a 14.
Give me a perception check.
Okay. That is a 12.
Being from the Shadowfell,
Hmm.
you are a little bit more in tune with some of the energies and things of this space.
Yeah.
Your hackles kind of start to go up.
Mhm.
You start to get an uneasy feeling.
Okay.
You can hear in the back of your head those chain links one at
Mhm.
a time. Uh,
If I may,
yeah.
Michael, I think it would also occur to Odessa the same way that she, I mean, you probably heard her already speak to Vigo, but I think it would occur to her to be like, Zenny, I think we
Mhm.
have to open this thing.
Cool.
This is not part of the memory, but I
Oh,
don't
okay.
know if it's a
The
timer or a certain number of locks.
The council member slams his staff down. Everybody give me a constitution saving throw.
No! See, that might be the timer, so the lights might be good.
Everybody?
Ah,
Sure.
Everybody.
a
Just
15.
checking. Oh no.
8.
18.
10.
On dice. 15 is the magic number. And if you have failed, you're going to take another 13 points of psychic damage.
Can I
I
walk
did
over
13
to look
before
at
too,
the
didn't I?
like same, I don't know, like weird series of things that Odessa is looking at? Do you
What did
have
you
like
ask? I'm sorry.
it's like, I'm just gonna walk over to look at like the same wall of like locks
Okay.
that
Well, you can like see it. It's fairly
see it.
large and at the back of the room, or
Okay.
at the southern edge of the room.
And have any of the lights like gone out yet?
They were all out to begin with. One of them
Okay.
has turned on.
Okay. I think we need to figure out how they're turning on. Were there like lessons that you learned in this room, or like things that you could, I don't know, like call upon and explain what happened, or like exist in this memory?
Look, I'm sorry, are you talking to me?
Yeah, like I'm trying to get the more of the lights to turn on, and this is like your
Oh,
homeland
sure. Yes,
situation?
except for this does not appear to be a real memory because can you see that gentleman right there? And she's gonna
Yeah.
point to the bound
Mhm.
person. Can everybody see him, Michael?
Yes,
Because
everybody
you
can
couldn't
see
hear
him.
him, so I'm just making
Couldn't
sure.
hear him, but yeah, you could
Yeah.
all see that he's there. Yeah.
This never happened while I was there to witness. I cannot be sure that this never
real.
occurred. However, it seems like a blend of real and imagined things I have experienced and things I have not. So I'm not
Mhm.
sure what do I interact. I don't know. This is
No.
not a set script. I don't know what to say next.
Okay.
Can I interject? Because I hear
Mhm.
all this conversation. Vigo's been over here messing with the door and he's acting really mean to me. Like, more mean than usual.
I'm not being. She's just upset. I'm not being mean to her. That's not.
Can I make
And
a perception
he's
check?
being really condescending.
I
And
ever
it's
really mean to Demetra? No, never.
Can I
Why would I
make
do
an
that now?
insight check?
now he's lying after he was just very mean to me.
Can we hear Vigo responding?
Yeah.
Can I
Okay.
make
He
an
is
insight check?
Yeah.
No, Odessa, you are focused on what is happening on that rug next to your not
Okay.
brother with this judge.
Okay.
And I was kind that time. Every time we break away from it, the potential to take damage is going to occur. This room is actively trying to hurt y'all.
Okay.
Why
What
would
else
you look
is there to
into
see? What else draws my attention? He said protocol, that's danger, and one of the lights went on. What else do I do? What can I do?
In Odessa's head, you can hear that voice again. Why are you hesitating? Is this about your
Hesitating.
exile?
Yeah, I'm
Put your
flat out
feelings aside, Odessa.
Odessa,
Just
do you have to execute him?
save me.
Oh,
worse.
never mind.
I don't think you can hear him.
No.
You're the responsible one. Don't be selfish now.
Oh, can I execute him?
I need perception checks from the rest of you.
I would like
Dirty
to attack him with my halberd.
Oh my god. 14.
8?
Vigo's blissfully unaware. Of
As it-
14 is too. Sorry. Would you get
a dirty
Erika?
20.
You see now from the edges of the room, and Odessa, you've got tunnel vision,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You can see more of these vines, the ones that have twisted around this person in the center of the room, starting to encroach, and they are moving towards Demetra, Vigo, and Odessa. What are you doing?
Okay, so there's vines and they're starting to encroach on Vigo, Demetra, and Odessa.
But not Sonalia.
Oh no, I read that wrong. They're encroaching on Odessa. Sorry, not
They're
anybody.
Just
encroaching
Odessa.
on-
Just
okay,
Odessa. My bad.
just Odessa.
I can't read
Okay.
my own fucking handwriting.
Um,
I feel your
okay.
pain.
I feel like Odessa needs to do something, but I don't know how to save her from the vines. I'm just gonna yell towards Odessa. Do you think you need to execute him? Like, do you think you need to do something? He looks in perfect position for execution.
He does, doesn't he?
Hmm.
Can I set my halberd on fire, please?
Sure.
Has she told us about the whole like it probably doesn't have anything to do with this, but like how the charts have all been collected in her brother?
I don't
Have you
think we
told us
know
about that?
I don't
Okay.
think
I
so.
don't think so.
All
I don't
right.
think she's had a chance to. She just learned that too.
Yeah. So after I ignite my halberd, I am gonna like take a sweep around my feet at the vines that I now notice are coming at me.
Mm-hmm.
Before I actually harm any of them, though, can I use my speech of beast and leaf to get a sense of what the plants are all about, what these
So
vines are, who's
when
running them,
you
what their intent is, that sort of thing?
so I would say that when you cast that spell, you don't hear anything. You don't hear any leaf speech coming from these vines.
Trying to find. I don't know where it is on my sheet anymore because I don't think it is a spell. It's a feature.
When you engage in that feature, when you try to use whatever that is,
Yeah.
it's not. It's like whatever these vines are, they can't talk.
Okay. They will, however, understand my words. And if I need to persuade them, I have advantage on charisma checks to influence them. So I'm just going to no. Let him go. Ugh, I really don't want to hurt you, my beauties. But
I'm gonna just to spare you this because I don't want you to antagonize. They're not real vines.
oh, okay.
You're in a Shadowfell dungeon. You don't know what these are made out of. You're like I said, it's like they can't communicate because they're not real plants.
Okay. That makes sense, but I still like them better than my brother.
Mhm.
However, I will touch my flaming halberd to them, maybe just a little too close to him. So if you take
Mhm.
some fire damage too, like whatever.
Okay. So you're attempting to just light the vines on fire?
Yeah, burn through them or, something. I'm not being too careful about it.
Uh, so as the fire touches the vines, they start to burn, and the fire travels down the vines and into the floor, and the starts to burn underneath. And it feels like the fire is continuing to spread, but he's
Uh-oh.
still in one place. Now, it
They
is
don't burn
important
through.
they don't burn through. Important to realize that it's like you're connected to the fire, so you can feel where it's going. You can't necessarily, you can't direct it or anything, but
That was my next question.
you can tell what's happening. Does that make sense?
Mm.
Um, is anyone else worried that the room is now on fire?
Always so worried about everything.
None of the other
Being mean.
none of the other
None of
whatever
us.
entities in the room are
Mhm.
reacting to the smoke.
Okay.
Is it even real smoke if these aren't real plants burning,
Yeah, I don't know if the fire is real.
right?
The mind
Uh,
makes it.
I'm going to chop at the vines with my halberd.
Okay. Want me yeah, it's not a you don't need to do it give me a strength check.
17.
Yeah, they go it slices through. Some of the vines break off. Uh a section of the bleachers in front of where Vigo and Demetra, or yeah, because you guys saddled up together, uh bursts into flames.
Zenny,
Yeah.
wrap him in chains, would you?
Yes. Can I wrap him in chains?
Wrap who in chains?
My brother.
Yeah, her brother.
Oh, okay, sure.
Cool.
Great. Thank you. I appreciate that. What are all the rest of the vines doing now? Is it burning all the way up into the lights? Do any more lights come on? What's happening?
Yeah, they start to the vine. You see the fire moving up through it. None of the lights come on. Some of the gears sort of pop and ping, as if the mechanism is that you can hear the metal expanding. Um,
Okay. Do I need to roll anything to wrap her brother up in chains, or is it just like a normal?
um, Give me a survival check.
I was trying not to give him much time to get untangled.
Yeah, a 21.
Beautiful.
21. Yeah, you're
Mhm.
able to get him chained up pretty good.
Cool.
Um, as the vines burn and these gears pop, the lights where the gems are like crack. Again, just from the heat. Uh, Demetra, Vigo, and Zenalia give me Constitution saving throws.
Mhm.
Um,
We stayed focused.
The
Mm.
door eventually doesn't open, but it burns
Burns down.
enough of it. Well, enough of it burns through that it starts to fall. On the other side is just darkness.
I rolled an 18.
Got a 21.
I had a 19.
Okay, you guys, it's your coffin. There's a lot of smoke.
Mhm.
Uh,
Just remember,
The-
it's not real. It's all in your head. Psychosomatic.
the scene in the seating in the bleachers, the rafters, whatever these are, is still there, but it's no longer moving. Everything's kind of frozen and maybe even a little glitchy and twitchy. Odessa, you would note the demeanor and the expressions on the council members' faces is utter disappointment. What are you doing?
What do you want me to do with your brother?
I'll leave him there.
Should I unchain him?
I mean, only if you can't do without that chain.
That's true. Can it be a backup to like an extra chain that I have and
Can
not
you
like
carry it like a length of rope?
yeah, I carry instead of 50 feet of rope, I have 50 feet of metal chains.
I'm gonna take his silence as acquiescence.
Yeah. Mhm.
What is Vigo
Sure.
doing?
Actually, great question. Vigo just looks over at Demetra and says, what are we even doing here? If you hadn't gotten involved with her, pointing at Odessa, we wouldn't even have this problem to begin with. But no,
See,
you have to.
Okay,
Are you
now
guys
I'm gonna
seeing this
turn
yet?
around
He
and
is being really mean.
can I walk over and punch him in the face?
Absolutely.
I'm feeling hot.
Wait, does anybody else even hear that though?
Yeah, Can I make an
I'm
insight check?
I'm speaking very quietly just to Demetra.
Okay. I don't know.
Okay, look how far away from you she is, and look how far away from you I am.
Oh well, she said she sidled up next to me.
I did.
Oh, okay, that's true.
I didn't move my
That's
token.
She just didn't move her token.
I gotta move my old person.
Well, I got
we
a
don't play with
20, so I'm
that.
punching you in the face anyway, because I got a nat 20.
Just
And
flops
Demetra
over
said you were
clock.
being mean to her.
I like
I don't think
Demetra
so.
being like, Vigo's being mean to me, and he being like, let me deal with this first. And once you're done being just walking over to clock Vigo.
Whenever, so wait, before you punch him, before you just clock Vigo in the face.
Already did.
Yeah,
I don't
too
want
late.
you get to rewind.
No, I think I do. I think Vigo will at least get a chance to say, "Wait a minute, what do you really think I would insult her? I would be mean to? She's the only friend I
Okay,
have.
but you were just mean to Odessa now.
What are you talking about?
Can I make an
You just
insight
said
check?
that if I wasn't friends with her, we wouldn't be in this mess. And you said it.
Never said any such thing.
And now I'm gonna
Demetra,
punch
are
him
you
in the
good?
face. And does
Are
that
you
knock some sense
okay?
back into him?
What is
Again,
happening?
I want to be clear. Would you do that if you didn't know I said that?
She just told me that you said that.
But I disagreed with that.
But I believe her. And
Okay,
not
fair
you.
Despite okay, so
She's very distressed right now. So I absolutely believe what she is saying. And I already have way more trust in her than you. And she came after me first. You tried to abandon me. So yeah.
okay.
You
Yeah.
would know that, but
All right. So
Well,
what
yeah,
did
he
you roll?
didn't follow
What-
for like
what is-
ages.
Yeah.
I yelled. I tried to get you to stop going in.
I yelled at you.
I want to point out,
but I was too far away.
if you go back and watch enough of these episodes, there is a theme with all of you like yelling things at each other across spaces in game. That is like a thing that happens almost every session.
but if you go back and watch, you're never going to see Vigo being actually mean to Demetra either.
That's
It's
true.
fair. Fair.
That's
Yeah.
true.
All right. So what are you
Except for this
hitting him? What did you
episode.
roll it? What did you roll to hit him?
I rolled a nat
Stop
20.
Nose.
A nat 20.
I
So what is
did.
your, and it was a punch.
It's an
Yeah.
unarmed attack.
So it's an unarmed attack. That's a D.
I'm assuming
D6.
subdual damage and not
D4.
And
lethal
it'll,
damage.
well, here's what happens is as you punch him, both of you get hit.
Both Vigos?
Both Odessa and Vigo. So
Like
as
a-
your fist connects with him, it's like somebody is punching.
What do you mean, both Vigos?
Well,
Yeah.
because
Well,
above
Meg
table,
knows there's more
yeah,
than
Meg
one.
knows that there's
Oh,
more than
above
one.
table.
Odessa
Above
doesn't,
table.
but I needed to know what Michael, the DM, was
Yeah, but
saying.
nobody else did either.
I kind of figured there were two big.
Yeah, it's become pretty obvious, my friend. Also, I was
Yeah, it's
listening when you
obvious
said
that
you were on the other
actual-
side of the door.
That's
Yes.
right. That's fair. That's fair.
We were not deafened.
I forgot about that in the context of I was getting personal messages. So
Yeah.
that's fine.
Mhm.
Yeah, he did
Roll
say
your-
that part out loud first before he told you to act the way you did.
You can roll your damage,
Oh, what's my
Um,
damage?
but you're both gonna take them. Both gonna take it.
I
That's
mean, I
not
think an unarmed
nice.
strike, unless you're proficient in unarmed strikes, it's a D4 plus your strength modifier.
Oh,
Yeah.
there you
Uh,
Well, luckily I only rolled a 1, but my strength is 5, so that's 6 points.
All right, so Vigo's gonna cutting dodge and only take 3.
Don't let
No,
him do
no,
that. He's not
no,
you're
no.
not actually in the
Yeah.
room.
And you're not actually. Yeah,
You didn't
I
see
think
it coming.
actually. No. Look, I will
It was a
handle
sucker
it.
punch,
I will
that's fair.
handle it.
She did sucker punch him, to be
She
fair.
did. She did for sucker punch. Yeah.
You were flat-footed to bring it back.
Don't give me mechanics that I then can't use. I'm just saying.
He doing something.
I am.
It's very suspicious.
go. It is
Yeah,
suspicious.
well.
Also, saying "What
I
are
was
you
supposed
looking
to
at?" is
answer-
inherently mean.
Yeah.
Michael. Okay.
Okay,
right.
so
So Vigo gets hit in the face, right?
punching just Vigo just
Okay.
got punched in the face. Odessa though, it does feel like you got punched too.
That's
So
not
that's
very
weird.
fair.
I can't believe you hit me. Did
I
you
can't
see
believe that
this?
you insulted us.
Demetra, did you say she punched me?
Yeah, and hopefully it's gonna knock some sense into you because you're acting really weird.
Again, I don't know what you're talking about. She punched your best friend, your
Hey.
longtime friend. That's
Hey,
why. And do you
Hey.
not understand? If you weren't, she walked into this strange building against all of our wishes.
excuse me.
What's going on here with her?
Hey, excuse me. Change your face real quick.
Okay. No, wait. In front of all these people?
They're not
They're
real.
not real.
I mean, but the reactions might be real. But fine. Snaps-
Aren't you already
He
in
snaps
your
his fingers and now looks exactly like Odessa.
I'm gonna poke at him some more. See if I can
What?
find
You
any
don't like the way
weaknesses.
that you look? Is it a problem? I don't. Why would you pocket yourself, huh?
No.
What is going on?
So from the corners, the edges of the room, anybody not transfixed on the soap opera that's happening?
Mhm.
I'm guessing Zenalia probably.
It's such a soap opera right now.
I know. You would notice that like it's not like the lights are going out, but the room is getting darker.
Oh, we gotta go, guys. We gotta wrap this party up. Okay, I'm going to make my way over to where the soap opera is happening and
Okay.
Demetra's shoulder be like, so the room is is getting darker, and I think that we've like maybe solved it here, and we've gotta go before it like.
Okay, but there's clearly something wrong with my friend who does not usually continually refer to himself as like my best friend over and over and over again. It's very strange. It sounds like he's trying to alienate Odessa, which he usually wouldn't do because he knows how much Odessa matters to me, and I don't like that. And the last thing I saw was him messing with this door, and then I looked at him and he was like, "What are you looking at?" So I think it's something about this door.
Do we need to
Wait,
leave
and
that
now you
way?
want to listen to strange person we met
The-
not too long ago? I don't
See,
understand. What?
he's trying to alienate me from you now, and he seemed to like you a second ago. He was talking about you wrapping him up in chains.
The pressure of the room is starting to intensify.
Mhm.
Can I go over and
It's-
shake the lock on the door?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. You
It's
go and you
already
shake
unlocked,
it,
right?
and oh no, it's the door that so one of the doors out of this room is open. Well,
Right,
sort of.
but
It's
the
it burned
door.
and but the door that Vigo was messing with, you never saw it open. It never opened.
I never saw it open, but he unlocked it.
Sure,
It
but it is
doesn't
not
mean it's
unlocked.
still unlocked.
Yeah.
But that's okay. I would like Demetra to give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no. I don't even have a spell like that I can ask to creatively use to try and get Vigo back. I've been sitting here like reading my spell descriptions, like trying to find plot holes in them.
That is a 16.
That's pretty good. You are overwhelmed with a familiar feeling, though it's very strange. Just one of those things that you would, if you were to speak it out loud, you would laugh at the absurdity of it. You're going to be late for class.
Oh. What?
I was always late for class. It's fine.
I know. This time's not fine. Something this you got to you got to hurry. The room is getting smaller to you.
Okay, I'm gonna take out my fucking sword and I'm gonna turn it into a hammer.
Oh, love this. All right.
You're gonna
What are you
I'm
going
going
to
to
do?
bring it. I am going. No, I'm gonna smash it into the lock on the door.
Mm. We're not bonking
Uh,
fake. Oh darn.
No.
roll an attack and roll damage because it's a Thor.
I don't have mechanics for a hammer. What is a warhammer?
A D10.
Mhm.
Cool. All right, so it's a 23 to hit.
Ooh, I love that. Roll the damage.
Um, okay. $14 damage.
So your hammer connects with the door, and there's this very strong concussion. Give me a dexterity saving throw.
It's not great. Um, wow, math is hard right now. 14.
You get knocked back. The door does not open. When you hit the ground, your hammer disincorporates, and a shockwave of energy comes cracking off of you. And you're on roll 20. Roll me a D100.
Oh boy. I can't roll the D100 on my own dice.
Oh yeah, sure. I don't know if you had one handy or not. That's not one that everybody
I
had.
do.
Oh, but yeah, people do fucking
Ooh,
math with the
D10s. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, it
yeah.
comes.
Nobody
It
at my
comes
in-person
standard.
table could ever agree on how to do that. So.
Oh,
It
well,
comes
one's
standard.
a tens unit, and the
One's a
other one
tens
Right.
unit. Yeah,
like
yeah.
this. Yeah.
What's wrong with people?
Right, it was a big table full of not great people with math. Me included.
57.
I suck at math, so I'm not gonna. I can't blame them.
Okay, but isn't there some debate about how to roll a 100?
No, it's 100 is a 0 and a double 0.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
You said
Oh,
57.
that makes sense because there
Mhm.
isn't a 0, 0.
So when you, oh Lord, uh, when you hit the ground, that coldness that you've been feeling becomes much more apparent. You see your hands and your arms, and they lose all of their color. They turn gray. Uh, a smell starts to come up. Um, I'm guessing of the three of you, Zenalia would probably be the one to pick up on it at first. You are
Okay.
now undead.
Holy sh-
All of
What?
us?
No, just
Oh,
Demetra. Uh,
Eagle
and
the witch is dead.
your body is corpseified.
What you're talking about? I didn't do
Okay.
anything.
All right. I'm gonna walk over to Demetra and cast Revivify.
Read the effects of the revivify spell.
Okay.
Because this is so I will explain while that is happening.
Oh my
Uh
god.
that Demetra is in the process of severing her pact, and she summoned her
Oh,
pact weapon.
interesting.
And
Okay.
there is sort of a kind of a wild magic surge of sorts. I have made
table O
a
consequences.
a table of consequences.
Got it. Okay.
So let me see what this read the I want to know. I don't know what the exact language of revivify is. Let me
So
hear it.
I touch a creature that's died within the last minute, and that creature returns to life with 1 hit point.
She is not dead, she is undead. And
Okay.
there
The
is
spell cannot
there
return to
m-
life.
What?
Okay.
Can you go from a state? This is like, is it sublimation? It's going straight from a solid to a gas. Can you go straight from a state of life to
Life to
undead?
undeath.
Or do you have to pass
You
the
could do
devil
anything
nature?
with
No, I
magic.
actually, you know what? Yes, I will also give us a pop culture some pop culture context. Return of the Living Dead.
Like,
The what Randy and the other guy from the You Need It medical supply, Frank,
Mhm.
uh
Yep.
they get exposed to the gas
that's right.
And they
and
turn directly.
they just turn into zombies. So I would argue that yes, you can go from a state of being alive to just being undead if you did
That's
not
how
have
Last
to
of Us
be.
works too.
Although I
Yeah,
will say, if we're talking Return of the Dead, Return of the Living Dead,
Return of the Live.
they do take their temperatures and listen for their heartbeats, and they recognize that they don't have any. So maybe at some point they did in fact die.
potentially, sure.
If your argument relies on a movie with Starman, I don't know that I can take it
My
seriously.
my argument relies on the specific language of the spell that in
Yeah,
order for the
that's
to
valid.
cast the
He did
target
not
has to be
die.
dead, and she
Oh,
is not dead, she is undead. There's a
Yeah,
difference between a corpse on the ground and a
and
vampire.
the
I'm
vampire.
sorry.
You
We
can't
don't need to
revivify
actually
a
litigate
vampire.
this. I
Okay,
got carried away.
but it
Come on,
doesn't
rules
say dead.
lawyer.
It doesn't rules lawyering. It doesn't say dead. It says someone who has died recently.
That's
Which
true.
I
She
guess,
And
didn't
so,
But
die.
I
She went
didn't. I didn't die.
yeah,
yeah, and Michael's saying
she
she
didn't
didn't pass
she didn't
through. She
pass
didn't
from
like.
solid to
I'm
liquid
just
to
saying.
gas.
I was just saying that
I was
that's
never a
the
liquid.
reason we were
So
discussing it. The whole like dead. It's not that she's
what?
not dead.
Right.
I'd say you're pretty fluid.
Yeah.
Demetra sublimated
Yeah.
directly to
Demetra didn't pass
she's
through a
dry
dead
ice and now she's
condition.
just carbon dioxide in the atmosphere.
It's I
Because
will
if
put
she
it
hadn't, she could still be undead and still be revivified. Is all I'm
I
saying.
will
Because
Yes.
she
I
would
will
have died
yeah,
recently.
if somebody had killed her
Right.
and then
Right.
they came along and brought her back to life, then maybe, but because of
Mhm.
the circumstances of how this transition happened, I'm going to say that that doesn't do it. Now, I
Gotcha.
will also point out it's not permanent. It's only going to last a certain amount of time.
We don't know that
thank
yet.
you.
You don't. I'm not. Yeah. You don't know that. The characters don't know that. So I want
It's
the
good for
players.
me to know because it has happened to me in the past, not becoming undead, but like a permanent change, and
Mhm.
my character wound up like just not existing anymore. So I am glad to know that this is
Yeah,
not
no, it is not permanent. And honestly, there's only of all of the effects on the table, there's only one that is permanent. Uh
Okay, but I
in
think
terms of what
Wait,
it
is this
could
a-
potentially do to the character.
I think the
Custom
real
style?
question, though, is can she taste anything? Right.
Probably not. Probably not.
Right now, Demetra is a little fixated on the fact that I'm ugly.
I'm just saying, would you rather be ugly and be able to taste food?
Wait, how do you know? Why are you ugly?
Yeah, well, you're not
Because I'm a
ugly.
corpse.
You're not a
But
I'm like
goober.
gray and
there
I'm
was no,
rotting.
there was no
I'm
suggestion
gray.
of your physical appearance.
That's a fair point. Yeah, I'm gonna say that when Demetra
Yes.
stands up, that she has almost the exact same pallor as oh yeah.
Oh,
I do just for flavor. I do think there's probably some like insta rot.
Yeah,
Does
I'm
her hair
rotting.
turn
I
white?
smell.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Can
You
we
just
get
look
can we get an
eyes,
image
eyes.
of that?
I
Did
will
you
do my best.
zombie?
Like,
Eyes
Does
lose
some
their
of my
color.
flesh just start falling off?
Sure. Yeah, you
It's
got nuts.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
okay.
I've
Well,
been
yeah.
watching the new
This is
season of
not
Primal,
pleasant.
and he's a corpse the whole season. He's a zombie the whole season. So yes, I'm imagining one of your hands is a skeleton hand. One of your eyes is
okay.
hanging out.
So here's what
One of your
happens. I'm like, Demetra's like, I'm more concerned with the fact that I'm ugly. And she's just gonna like poke at her hand and like all the flesh falls off and she's just gonna scream.
But it's a goat scream.
It's like a
Which is
goat stuck in a fence. Have you ever heard a goat stuck in a fence? Like that, like wailing. Sounds like a
It's
child.
literally like she is beside herself. Like
Gods, imagine if we just never come into this building.
Okay, so I think that Vigo is not the real Vigo, and I think that this room is trying to expel us, and I don't think we're gonna go through that door that
How
real
dare
Vigo went through. And so I think we'd leave fake Vigo.
Okay.
You are very presumptuous. Coming into this triumvirate at this late hour and
And I
suggesting
bet I'm gonna cover his mouth. I bet if you are right that if we go out the other big door that he probably won't be able
He
to
won't come
follow.
with us.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Let's test
Oh.
that theory, shall we?
I'm
Yeah.
stuck. You all like
Demetra's still hysterical, by the way.
I'm gonna
Oh,
pick.
yeah.
I'm just gonna pick her up and carry her very gently so I don't
Okay.
knock any more flesh off.
All right, so we're coming up on the twilight hour of our Tuesday night stream. So I will give you the flavor text as we step through this crazy burnt door. Now, for purposes of traversing the entirety of this dungeon, if you also choose to do, there is another adjacent hall off of that room, but we can cross that bridge later. In this hallway, it extends further south, and you can see that there's a bend. There are torches lit. It is dressed. This place does not look familiar to Odessa or Zenalia. It would look familiar to Vigo and Demetra. It is a
It's in their
hallway.
bard college.
If
It
either
is
of
a
them were
hall-
able to notice.
If either one of them are able to notice, which is a real crapshoot, it would be a hallway from their Bard's College. There are two doors in this hall. One immediately to your right that is smaller. It looks kind of like maybe a closet door, and then another set of double doors immediately to your left. Outside of that door, you can hear the sound of voices. It sounds like there's people. There are windows in this hallway too that sunlight streams in, and you can hear the outside world. It sounds like the busy Bard College campus on a warm spring day, and I think that's probably the best spot to.
Wait,
And
go ahead
real
and start.
Vigo shows up
Yes,
on the other side.
Can we check in on?
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
Real Vigo.
meanwhile, in a dark hallway, what is Vigo doing?
Wow. All right. So I can't. It's just a dark hallway.
Yeah, we'll say, you've got your lantern, so you can see a bit, but it's a stone hallway. Yeah.
All right. Been alone before. I can be alone again, if temporarily. This is not what I want to be. Allons-y, and I'll walk forward down the hallway.
As you walk probably about 15 or 20 paces, uh, you see there aren't any breaks in the hall. There aren't any doorways till your lantern light hits the opposite end of the hall and you can see a door. And you recognize the door. It is a door in the shrouded sanctuary that Vigo probably spent the most time in. On the
Ugh.
other, give me a perception check.
Bad idea. At 17.
You can hear the sound of a whip cracking on the other side of the door. You know what door that is. Uh, what's Vigo gonna do?
Around.
And go where?
Yeah, there. I don't want to. I have a really funny feeling that the same door might be the other way. I don't. You know,
For
it's just a hunch.
Mhm.
for the purposes of this evening, Vigo will sit down and put his head in his hands.
And quietly contemplate?
That's what I was
Vigo.
wondering.
I don't know if he's contemplating so much as 1,000 yards staring into the ground.
Amazing.
I think
And
that
that's
counts.
probably
Yeah,
we
that's
can
probably a good. That's a good spot. That's a good spot. Yeah.
Poor Vigo.
So we wanted a dungeon crawl, and we are crawling through this dungeon.
We kind of thought it was gonna be at the castle.
I
We
kinda thought it was
have
gonna
so
be a
many
crawl.
miles still to go before we defeat the false queen.
we
Yeah,
did.
we've got it.
See, here's the thing:
Still got that
is
shadow pill
Rooms.
questionnaire that we
the
can use
roads,
somehow.
all roads can lead wherever the fuck I want them to.
All roads lead to Met.
So and the implications of what the events that it will. Nothing that's happening here is nothing.
Sure.
So don't you worry. I'm still aware of
I wasn't
what.
worried.
Yeah, good, perfect. This was, I think, a lot of fun. I'm very excited. That's one room down.
A bajillion
The
to
other
go.
rooms won't take as long, will they?
No, not all. So full confession, I do have like a room for each of you.
Okay.
Whether we get to all of them remains to be seen. Some of them are your generic kind of. I know how much we collectively love riddles, so I have a couple of just silly riddle rooms,
Okay.
and I have a couple of really silly puzzle, just general sort of puzzle rooms. The more crunchy kind of. I wanted so it's because of where we ended last time and where I wanted us to get this time. I wanted it to be more narrative driven and character driven. But yeah, I've got lots of just regular crunchy rooms too.
I'm also not convinced we got this one right. I don't
See,
think I
that's the
did
funny
mine
thing.
right.
Is
I don't think I did
there's
mine right.
That's okay. There's not.
It was
I have
confusing.
I have contingents for everything. There's a right way. Or not a right way or a wrong way. There's just different flavor ways. This was just a burnt flavor way.
Yeah, I
So
think that Odessa is fine with it because she's in her fire phase, but Meg hasn't quite moved past teacher's pet, and I don't like the disappointed looks they gave me.
well, yeah. I can't help the NPCs. That's what they were there for.
Would they have
No,
looked
I
disappointed at me regardless?
ask me later.
Okay.
I don't
Did
know.
we
I'll have
move?
to. Because I have to think about it.
On that note, should we end the session?
Yeah, I think
And the
that's good.
recording. Okay.
Yeah. Hey, we got a one shot coming up, right?
Yes, on the 21st, we are playing Avatar Legends. There's gonna be we're airbenders and we're trying to fix a disturbance in Omashu. It takes place during the 100 Years' War, so Aang has been awoken from the ice. So if you enjoy Avatar: The Last Airbender and you enjoy that time period, come join us. I am playing a escaped what do you call them? I mean, basically, I'm a reformed assassin of the Daily from Bossing Say, and I'm very excited about it.
Very cool.
Fun.
That's it. March 21st, 7:30. Tune in. Enjoy.
All right. Anybody else? Any other new business? New business? No.
Secret
haven't
Agent
Well-
Barbie next
Yeah, we're
Tuesday.
back with Secret Agent Barbie next week, so tune in for that. It'll be fun.
And Meg, you're going to be playing in something new coming up, right?
Are you talking about the Mass Pause campaign?
Yeah.
Yeah, Grimwood Games is doing a campaign with one of their systems, Mass Pause, called something over Pausberg. I can't remember now. The logo just came out, so I just found out the name. But anyway, that's gonna start April 11th, but I think that's session 0. I don't know if that's live streamed or not,
Shadows.
but we'll keep you posted.
Shadows over Pittsburgh.
Thank you. Shadows over Pausberg. So that'll be fun.
That should give us all pause.
Mhm.
God bless us.
Well,
I'm not doing anything. So cheers.
for Erika, Katie, Meg, James, and myself, thanks for hanging out. We'll see you next time, and never stop playing.
And go join our Discord and buy our merch. Bye.
Yeah, bye. Bye.